Well, hello everyone. Welcome aboard Flying with Mike. Sitting on the ramp, on the roof of Terminal 2, looking out at a 707. Folks, something you don't see anymore today. I think they may still have a couple cargo birds somewhere out in South America or Africa, but for the most part, they have made it to the graveyard of aircraft. But we're going to resurrect them today. How about that? So we are about to fly. A flight we were going to do last week ran into a lot of technical troubles and ended up having to just settle for a quick about the pattern. Gave you a little look at it. If you haven't seen that stream, it's back there on Twitch. I may bring it forward. I haven't decided yet. I've thought about it, but I don't know. However, today's flight may come to YouTube as well. We're going from O'Hare, stormy O'Hare, actually. A lot of storms up north of where I live in St. Louis, up there in the Windy City. And we're going to head over to just a little podunk airport. Y'all probably never heard. And yeah, this thing's loving to do that again. I don't know what's up with it, why it times out or whatever it's doing. But anyway, we're going to that little podunk airport. You might have heard of it, JFK, just a little airport. So we're going to do it on POSCON. Big reason. Um, this airplane does have one quirk with it. Now, to the man that built this thing, from all that I've seen, this is a phenomenal aircraft. But the one quirk is you have to fly it right now, VOR to VOR. It is capable for you if you know how to do it to put that SIVA INS in it. I know somebody told me how to, tells me it's possible, but we haven't done it yet. Put the GPS/FMC in it. Now, I'm going to say this up front before I get 100 people saying, well, we'll buy it for you. God bless you. Love y'all. Thank you so much if you would buy one. But I won't be putting it on the plane. Several years ago, we're talking back in the Century of Flight days with Microsoft. I had a phenomenal 747, ready for pushback is what I want to think the name was. It's what brought me to Globe Cargo many years ago. Unfortunately, I had to leave because the hours I had just kind of went poof overnight and I couldn't fly the flights they had. So, and I didn't want to disrespect them by just stopping in my flights and going inactive. So, anyway, drop that part of the long story. He made ready for pushback 747-200. And folks, if you have Fearless, you'll realize that is pretty doggone close to it. There's some things missing. It's not the same author, I can tell you that right now, but very doggone close. And he had a INS on it. Well, I did buy the SIVA back then, and for probably about 6 months or so, flew flawlessly. And then I had to cut short a flight. I don't remember if I had actually landed or I just had to cut short, or maybe, who knows, I might have lost power in the house. I have no idea. Way too long ago. I came back to flight again and I couldn't get the INS to do anything. So, and I tried and I tried. Thankfully, PMDG had released the 747-400, so I began migrating over to it, and then I found an FMC program that worked generically with a lot of planes, and I kind of said poo-poo to the SIVA. So, so that's the story why I don't fly with that. And I know a lot of you would love to see me do it. Believe me, there's been some itches in me saying, give it a try again, Mike, give it a try. And I'm not talking people itching at me, just in myself. And I just don't want to go through those headaches again. Why? Because we're here to have fun. So, But we're going to see about getting that FMC slash GPS, whichever, put in here, and we'll at least fly that way. Because right now, all I can do is VOR to VOR. And that we haven't fully tried out yet to see how well it does that. So we're going to find out on this flight. So we're flying a relatively short flight. Let's get up here into the cockpit and let's take a look at this short flight. And then we're going to get logged into POSCON, get the flight plan going, and get us going so we can try and get out of here on time. All right, so here you go, folks. We are in the cockpit. 4 engines and, well, 4 engines, 3 crew members, a captain, and a first officer. So here's the captain's position. Here's the first officer, the pretty boys of the flight, and then you've got the man that does all the work, the grunt, the flight engineer. He's the one that makes sure those engines are running. He makes sure the pressurization, ventilation, because remember, folks, this plane flew 60s, 70s, and 80s. Believe me, I flew a few of those flights, and ventilation is a huge, huge thing you wanted because a lot of smoking went on in the back. So something you don't see much, U.S. at least. I can't speak for you guys out in the other countries, but in the U.S. that is no more. And believe me, in a small tube like that, you better be able to ventilate it. All right, so let's get Sim Toolkit in here. Enough on that. Well, let's not end the stream. Let's click the one right that I was trying to click. There we go. All right, so here's Sim Toolkit, and I already have the flight plan pulled up for us. All right, so we are going to be under Clipper21. Again, services from O'Hare to Kennedy. Now, back in those days, there, well, would have been the world port, as Pan Am called it. It's where their aircraft would pull in undercover. Eventually, the jetway tube would be invented as well, but they would pull in undercover and you could walk out, at least not getting wet or snowed on. And then the tube came out, and then you walked right from the comfort of your airliner through the tube into the terminal. So, but today the world port is gone. I think it was 2013, I read somewhere in that ballpark, where they tore it down with the Port Authority. Shame. Big historical icon on there like Terminal 5 for TWA. That one didn't get saved, so I digress. All right, so here we are. Now, you're going to see like 707-320. Not sure what was going on at Guardian, but I was assured there was a plane for me, and my plane ended up in JFK. So we're going to what's called improvise. It's something many people in the world today have no clue what that means. It means you adapt, you overcome, and then you save the day. It's a pretty simple concept, folks. Been around with me a good part of 35 years, most of my life. So I'm improvising. So back to the flight plan. Real quick, the basics to it. We're going to be flying at approximately Mach 0.8. We'll see what the plane actually pulls off. Air distance of 661 or 661 nautical miles. We got a 220 degree wind at 26 knots. So we'll have that to contend with. Should help push us that way, but we'll see. And then let's see, fuel. There you go with the fuel, folks. Now they're saying 37,505. I've loaded the plane, both payload and fuel. Fingers crossed, it's right. Don't you love it when the captain tells you that? Fingers crossed, hope it works. All right, so here we are, O'Hare. Now, the nice thing about Sim Toolkit, a bunch of tools in one program. And folks, if you don't have it, I don't care if you're a streamer or a flight simmer, it's for both of you. Streamers have tools to stream with, but all pilots, I don't care your type of aircraft or not, this is a phenomenal tool for you. It's got flight planning capabilities. If you don't know where you want to fly, you can look for a real world schedule. There might be one where you're at. Um, Landing reports, which we'll go into at JFK, superb. That will teach you a lot of what you did wrong because not many of us actually land well. I mean, some do, but that's the elite out there. Those guys that think I can do it all. Oh wait, I'm one of those. I fly all the seats. Oh well. Anyway, folks, I know, poor joke. Wah wah wah. Anyway, so on we go. So over here, though, you got your entire flight plan, plus what ATC is going to see minus the runways. Um, you can pull up the weather. If you are savvy and reading METARs like most pilots are, real world pilots, great. If you're new to it and have no clue what all this gibberish and mumbo jumbo is up top here, spelled out for you right here. So, as you can tell, we've got a 240 knot wind or 240-degree wind here at O'Hare at 13. No surprise, it's windy in the Windy City. Visibility coming in at 10 nautical miles right here. Altimeter will set 2983. So let's hop up. Oh, first, let me do this. We're going to click POSCON. Let me do something behind the curtain here real quick to make sure, because it has been a few days. There we go. All right, let me swap screens here. We'll get rid of that one, pull in this one. Okay, I said get rid of Sim Toolkit. Oh, I got rid of, what did I do? Oh, I got rid of the overlay. It's going to be one of those days, it looks like, folks. There we go. Now let's go find Sim Toolkit. I thought things were kind of weird. There we go. All right, so here's how you file a flight plan with POSCON. I highly recommend another program. It is free. Well, actually, it's a website, simbrief.com. There is where you can build your flight plan, import it into Sim Toolkit, and then from within Sim Toolkit, get your flight plan set up for VATSIM, IVAO, which is another version like VATSIM, POSCON, like you see here, or Pilot's Edge. Now, the only reason for, well, no, there's probably many reasons, but the big reason I don't fly on Pilot's Edge, I'm not paying for ATC, and especially that kind of ATC, where it's one guy doing it, thinking he can do it all in ATC. No, they can't. They're pretty good at it, but not that good. So I'll pass on that. So looking here at our flight plan, basically it is the same thing we filled out that you were seeing there. The only thing is now you see the actual aircraft equipment we have. Each of these letters means something. If you're a car aficionado, you know that VIN that comes on your car. Each letter on there is something on your car, unique to your car. Now, it may not be unique in the fact that the next door neighbor may not have it on his as well, but it's on that specific car all the way down, and then at the end is your serial number. Well, here it's doing the same thing. It's each one of these. Let me hover, let me first make sure that's working. Up, you're not seeing it. All right, so as you would hover over each of these, it'll tell you what they are. Like H is your RTF. No, a 707 would not have had that. Nor would it have had RNAV or PBNs, but it would have had a W for RVSM. That's the way the airspace is set up so they're capable of flying it. I'm sure there's a lot more into it, but overall, that's it. And they didn't have a GPS. They did have an ADF, and they had a DME, and they had your normal VHF and VOR radios. So SDW would be, oh, and F would be about all that should be there. And I may go back and update that. All right. Now we are going to amend or hope to amend to 0 because that's what we're really flying. Looking through, yeah, we'll go with medium. That looks good. All of this looks good. 1645 is excellent. And we'll stick with what we got. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, folks. Okay, I'm just double checking. Boom. See if it'll let it go. Looks like it will. Now you're going to come into this page. Now this page for POSCON is very important. It's going to, one, tell you what you got to log in as. So you got to log in as PAA21. Don't throw 00 like your flight plan may have. Some dude 69, intern 12343. Welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy the 707 flight today, and thanks for the follow. So it's going to give you that. Clipper21 is our actual call sign on the radio, but flight plan wise, Papa Alpha Alpha 21. That is one of the criticals. The other is the aircraft. Those two have to match. If they don't, it's not going to register your flight plan. Now, what the heck is that man talking about? Let's show you. All right. Thanks for the first time chat there, some dude. We sure appreciate you. Hope your day is going well as well. Okay, up here, plugins. You're going to find POSCON. All you got to do is click login. Now, here's where it gets in. Okay, so our call sign is correct, our aircraft is correct, and our airline code is correct as well. Log in. It may not, oh, it did. Oh, no, it's saying that POSCON was unable for the live for TCAS because live traffic has it. Fine. Acknowledge. And all I'll do is come up here, find my live traffic, and say, give me TCAS. TCAS controlled, released. And there you see it's released. All right, so we got that part done. We'll come back and get the aircraft ready to roll here in a moment. Let's get it up and running, because we want to get people on board so we can get over to JFK. All right, on this plane, there is a folks, if you have the FlyJ Sim 727, you are going to see many similarities to it, and some that aren't. Like you don't have the little menu bar over here, but you have this. So we'll get our GPU, get our aircraft. Folks, this is the day of airline travel. Yes, sir, I do have a Discord channel. There we go. And so you didn't have an APU. So you had to have an air cart and you had to have a GPU. So to get you going. So we're going to do that. And I'm also going to kick the auto throttle and the auto brake on two other things that weren't on the plane back then. And I'm just going to close it. Let's go back here and let the man of the hour who does it all get to work. Battery switch on. Kind of zoom in. Battery switch on. Hang on 1 second. I just want to take care of something here real quick or I'll forget. Is it? Looks like I may have to take care of it later. Yep. Okay, we'll take care of getting him fully in here after the stream. All right, so we got the battery on, external power off, on, already on. And let's go ahead and bring the air on so we get this plane a little more cozier. And I'm not going to turn anything else off, okay, or on. And that's how I found this thing works the best. Okay, coming down is our fuel panel on the right. Everything looks good and on. Engines all look good. And then finally at the bottom's your hydraulics and a couple of extra fuel gauges. Hopefully we don't have to transfer fuel. My goal is, by the way, once the FMC and the GPS, I am able to get those up and going here, to be able to cross the pond with it, or at least Hawaii. You know, we'll baby step it because I want to make sure I don't have to do anything on the fuel panel here to get it across. There isn't a lot in that documentation to let you know how the fuel panel and stuff works. But overall, it's I mean, folks, I had a blast flying it, both here at O'Hare and down at Mid-America for just seeing how it works. And we're going to give you a full flare of how you would start this thing back in the day. So we have the air card on, the battery card on. We're pretty much done here. One of these do move. I'm going to go ahead and put it on external power. Then we're going to go over to the overhead. I'm going to first turn on the nav lights and the logo. Then turn some of these up. Okay, we're going to window heat on. Heat off. Here's your engine starters, by the way, if you were curious. Everything else. Okay, everything else looks good. All right, now your radios, part of them are up here with your radar. Here is your radar controls. And folks, all it is just an on-off switch. That's it. Nothing major with it. And none of these, oh, that's the spoilers. Okay. None of these work with it. You got your transponder over here to your two ADFs. And yeah, folks, you may have to use that in this plane. And then we'll dial this up to like 160. It did not have auto throttle. Oh, awesome. You have auto flight sim too. Okay. Let's see here. Now you have your speed brakes, your flaps, those are all good. Pretty much looks like a 737, but it would have been different back in the day. Then down here you have your VHF radios, which we're going to set. Okay, so I need to go to, and if you noticed, you don't have standby frequency, so you're only working from the one. Okay, looking at my flight plan here, 127.50. Or 127.5. We'll keep the guard channel here and we'll keep these two set. Remember, I'm going to be flying VOR to VOR. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn this up. and everything else looks good. All right, fuel levers. Let's take a look from here. Are down. Good. Now there will be a slight difference in how we do things. Oh, that's oxygen. Okay. The real world won't do one thing, probably. Well, it might. We'll see how it works out. Now that I think about it, we might actually be closer to real than I think I am. Okay, and altimeter was 2981. Okay, as soon as we have that set, we're gonna. There we go. Okay, so runway wise. I'm going to go ahead and set us for 34,000. Okay, let's bring this chart in here. And this, folks, comes with a NavGraph subscription. So if you subscribe to keep your FMCs up to date, doesn't matter, Musbus, X-Plane, it'll work here. Click that. All right. So there we go. Let's look at the O'Hare 7. Okay, so we're going out to Duffy. And for that, we'll do it on a 081 heading off of here. We'll kind of work. It's going to be interesting, folks. So we're going to be hopefully right on track. So wind, though, we're going to be taking off runway 28. See, we are right here. Okay. Now I'm trying to think, which runway do I want? Huh. They planned us on this runway here, 22 left. We're not going to go there. But I could push back and go that way too. And right over. You know what? It's been a while. Let's do that. Let's go. We're going to push back. We're going to still face towards the west-ish. And then taxi down in between the North Port and Terminal 1 out to G. G to Papa Papa. And head off on 27 left. That's what we'll do. That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. Heading 273. Okay. And I'm going to use a little cheater here. Get my heading set to 273. Again, I said basically the intercept will be 039, or no, 81. Hopefully this will work. Okay. And one last check here. Ooh, 10865. 865. See if we're getting any readings. We may not be. Oh, this could get fun. All right, I know another way. 116.6. We'll put that over here. Okay. Where you're all going? What are you doing there, Mr. Flying with Mike? We bring in the browser again. Here's SkyVector, a really good flight planning tool. I don't think we're getting a VOR signal off of O'Hare 108. I'm going to double check that. 08. Oh, I got the wrong freak. That would help. Still not showing up. Chicago VOR should be 108.6 or 25, and I'm not seeing anything. All right, well, we'll see when we get in there. If not, we're going to track to intercept 272 towards Keeler right here. That's our VOR, Keeler. Now, I know that one, and we'll be able to pick it up and track into it. So there's our departure brief on top of this. All right, so let's get logged in here. Now, we've logged into POSCON, but it's not picked up our flight plan yet because we have not told it to. So we're getting to do that now. Come down to Web UI. Go to ATC. Now, basically, this is like a C-Plunk in most modern jets. This is what they do. They log in. Before we get getting too far along here again. All right, so there we go. So before we get too far into this, let me back up one page. Remember this page told us that, and then here's the flight plan that'll go out. We're going to log into KUSA. KUSA. Do not capitalize. It does it for you. That kind of screwed me up for a long time here. PAA21. And then send. Get the little dink in the background. Then it's going to dong. Maybe. And then new messages lights up. Click new message. Okay. Just saying that they're in contact now with that. Go back to ATC one more time. Now, these are what we can tell ATC, just like you would text, but we can do it right off this panel here. So, clearance. From clearance, we're going to request it, and clearance will send us our clearance. Okay, let's see. It should be a squawk code. And it is. Now, before you head over here and rush in to put it in, Wilco down at the bottom. Otherwise, it's going to come up and say, you have a message need to tend to. Not that deep of a voice, though. All right. So again, let's just slide up here and go 1365. Okay. 1, 3, 6, 5. All right, go back to ATC. Now, Here, it's telling you what you're going to need to do once you log in, once you set a flight plan up, and it's waiting for you. So you got to order, you got to do this. You must call ATC for clearance, open the UI, and do all of this. Once you take off, instead of it being yellow up here, it'll turn green if you refresh your page. Now, down here, it gives you some general information. CTAF, Common Traffic Air Frequency. That's what we communicate to the world on. Once we get airborne, we'll switch over to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll be our in-transit Unicom, if you will. And then when we get closer to that little airport called JFK, and it's a small one, folks. It's really not that big. Yeah. They too have a common traffic frequency, 119-100. So we'll do all of our JFK, we're on final, runway 22 right, whatever it is we're set up for. Okay. And it also gives you the weather. We'll talk about this in flight a little bit, but this is a really cool thing I've learned about. So you guys are going, well, you're actually behind the times. Well, I am old, so it is possible. I mean, I was born when the T-Rex was just a little pup. When Firestone tires were actually stone tires. I know, ba-dum-bum. All right, so we are set and ready to go, folks. Do a couple quick things here just to make sure. I'm curious, did he? No, he did not. Because it looks a lot like the 727, so I thought maybe we ought to look and make sure light bulbs work and all. So let's get down here where we can see things. Okay, so we got our takeoff planned. We'll try for this. If we can't pick it up in flight, like I said, we'll switch to the other. Matter of fact, oh, that stinks. Let me see if I can do it from over here. Oh, darn it. Well, I can't use the backup to a point. Okay, no biggie. We'll just work with the needles to get us slowly to course and then zero in on the HSI right here in the middle, horizontal situation indicator. All right, so folks, that means it is that time. Let's make sure the doors are closed. They are. Yes, they would have been pushed back possibly back then. We are going to go ahead and let Better Pushback do it again.
Hey, Captain,
here.
Let me know where you want this thing.
Hey, it's not this thing, man. This is older than you. And we'll go from there. What I'm going to do first, we'll get us set to here. Go to here. Back to here. That should give us enough to be able to turn down the alley there to go in between Northport and Terminal 1. Enter.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
And if you are an X-Plane, folks, Better Pushback is an outstanding add-on. Free. So, again, remember, free. Can't pass up free, folks. There he comes out of the building. Let's go ahead, start. We'll pull the jetway away when he says everything's cleared.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
All right, cleared to connect. All right, jetway away. One day, maybe with XP11, I'll get all the extensions for that. Oh, I just realized we can't push back. He's gonna have to wait.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
All right. I just realized we can't do that yet. We got to get started. We get away from the air cart, we have no way of starting. All right, so we're going to start up. Okay, back in the old days, what they would do is start an engine, usually number 3, because it had all of the accessories on it that they could push the air over to 4, push it across to there. Everything was there. That's long since ended when the DC-10 cartwheeled out in Sioux City. So I'm just getting things readied. This is going to be tough. Okay, down on the starter. And we're watching the number 3 engine, second from the bottom, moving up. And once we get, you'll see where I stop holding it. We're holding that button down. Okay, about 40, come down, click on it. Should see it start to go up. As well as the EGT and the N1. Forgot I could do one other thing. Okay, now technically, if you all remember, you're good to fire up the other engine. Got a couple more steps. I'm just waiting for N1 to get closer to green if it's going to. Guess it's not. All right, so let's head over here. Number 3. On. Okay. We are now on. We have air. We can now cross bleed over. So what we'll do, disconnect air, disconnect the ground cart, and do it again. Hang on, folks. This is... Okay, I was going to say, it better not. I am going to have to do it from an angle. So I got to be able to see the gauge. Let's try from here. See if I can see it. Nope, we have to do it from here. Okay. All right, this is where, you know, I'm still learning the best angles to see. Because what I need to do is wait for it to quit playing with me on the cameras. Is wait for it to get about right in between 30 and 40, and then I can leave it and start it. So... Gosh, dang it. Alright, so now we got the down arrow, so we just hold it. Okay, we just crossed 20. Just crossing 30. Okay, I'm going to let up, come down, start number 4. Those of you that have yokes and throttles probably find this comical, and indeed it should be. Okay, we got a good light off. And is building up. And zoom in now. Okay. Looks pretty stable. I'm going to just hop over here, hop the gen on for it real quick. Then we're going to do the same for 1 and 2. Except make sure we got back far enough to see. Number 1. And let up and come down and click start. One thing I have done is put all 4 levers up. That's not truly realistic, but it serves the purpose here of allowing it to start. Number 1 is spooling up. And that does work, by the way, folks. If you just turn all 4 fuel levers on and then go through your starters and stuff. Not realistic, but it will work. And stable. Get over here, click off generator 1. Close, close, and finally number 2. Again, it's the second one from the bottom under number 2. Okay, coming down. Boom. EGT is coming up. That's this gauge right here. I'll zoom in now. That's this gauge. N1's right here. And while we're spooling up, give me a second here. Try this one more time. That's why I couldn't find it. I clicked the wrong one. Awesome. There we go. Got all that taken care of. All right, so we're fired up now, folks. And I don't mean in a bad way. Okay, beacon I forgot to turn on. Final generator on. Hopefully we don't need center tank. And everything looks good up here. All right, we'll keep it right there. Everything looks good. Engines. I don't think we have any other trouble, so let's let him push us back.
Here comes the pushback.
Ha, he didn't say light him up. That's because I've already lit him up. Up, up. We're going to have to... Once we get up here, we'll get shut down. I forgot to do something. Hetman 777. It's freeware. Yes, sir, it is indeed. All you got to do, click 720 and boom. What did I do wrong? Oh, ha, gotta add the B. Let me try that again, folks. That's how you get your hands on it. Again, I haven't checked for any updates to update mine. It does not come with an FMS. It does not come with a GPS. Right now, we're going to fly strictly VOR to VOR as best we can. Getting out of Chicago will be the trip. But it is, so far, a really good hands-flying plane. I really haven't even dabbled with the autopilot yet, so hence why we're on POSCON, folks. I don't want to screw with VATSIM and run into a lot of troubles, especially with direct such and such. Well, what such and such is coordinates? So I don't want to be that pain in that controller's you-know-where.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Okay, brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay. All right, so we're just waiting on him now. All right. Okay, we'll give him the thumbs up. We're good. We're ready to roll out to runway, did I say 27, didn't I? So we're going to be making a pretty hard right-hand turn here. I haven't done that in a while, so what the heck? I always seem to park on the south. American and Delta and all them park there. Don't get to deal much with the north side.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Thanks for flying with Mike. All right, before we go any further, cars. Forgot my ACARS program. Uh-oh. The heck was that all about? Okay, we'll definitely ignore the lights. Light plan looks somewhat tolerable. Cool. All right, so it is now loaded. And people are like, oh my, he's in the air. All right, so I probably have to set a short key up, I'll bet. Oh, good, it's there. O'Hare traffic, Clipper21 type 707, taxi to runway 27 left. Again, we're going to go right through the Northport Terminal 1 alley to Gulf, down to Papa, and take off. You all get to watch. Here we go. Brakes off. Tax lights on. Here we go. I don't have my active cameras set up yet. I think it's active camera. So we're just going with the mini of what they've done. So really nice plane. And again, kudos to the developer of this. Overall, so far, I mean, I could sit here and nitpick it, but folks, it's free. It's a great plane. No need to. He's done a phenomenal job. My biggest, if I was to nitpick it, it's only one thing. He didn't provide us with the ability to GPS it across the ocean, because you can't do it with VORs. Well, you could. Well, no, you're going to run out. You can't get from North America to Greenland, and then Greenland to Iceland, and still be on a bearing. So, and that's way out of route. So, but it was done. Don't get me wrong. It was done that way, folks. So, give you a nice look at. I don't have any O'Hare scenery, so you're looking at default. But welcome aboard. Hope you all enjoy, and we'll do our best to get us into JFK, that little podunk airport of New York City, as best we can without getting too lost along the way. I mean, when I drove a truck, one of my CB handles was Lost Eagle. So, yeah, hopefully that doesn't come into play here. And there is a thunderstorm complex making its way towards the Windy City. Hopefully, we get out before it. Well, that is really nice. Look at that 7.4 touching down. Most likely, folks, not. Not POSCON. Most likely. Let's find out, though. You never know. All right, so we're in the system. I see us on the map, so that looks good. Nice smoke effect here. I don't know. I'm trying to remember back to the days when we had the KC-135Es. Now there are models at the airport I work at. I don't remember this much smoke on the ground, but again, hey, looks good. But it definitely looks good in flight, so. All right, let's see if I've got everything ready to go in here, folks. I have no checklist to work with. Give you another side look here at both here and O'Hare. One of the sceneries, I can't remember the name of the company, used to park snow stuff right in here all the time. And yeah, the 747 tails would hit, or wings would hit it. I can't even remember who made that. It's been so long ago. It was a pretty popular one for flight sim. But yeah, there's never really been a lot of good O'Hare scenery. So, X-Plane actually looks pretty decent for default. Flew out of this terminal here to Alaska. Bet you can't guess the airline. Alaska. Alright, we're almost to the end, so let's just get the radar on. And again, all we can do is that, folks. Nothing else. We can't go to each of these settings. Is it a bothersome to me? No, not really. I don't know if the range works. Nope. Trace, nope. That, nope. That, nope. Okay, flaps right now. We're set at, I think it's 25 there, so we're good. And we're ready to go, folks, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know of any other checks to do. Flaps are down. Oh, we have a auto brake. Let's see. What can we set it to? It's up here now, dummy. We don't really have it for takeoff. We'll use it for landing more. And again, that's features, folks, these planes didn't have. The 727, I don't even think originally came out with an auto brake. And their version of an auto throttle was strictly set the speed bug there and the airplane would maintain the pitch and throttle setting to maintain that. Once you leveled off, all bets were off. Spaceman 634. Yeah, I know it says I'm flying a 707-320 when it's the 120, but as long as management turns the eye, we'll get it into JFK. If not, we'll still get it into JFK. Brake set. Give y'all one last look at it. And again, that's not a bad O'Hare scenery. Welcome to X-Plane for those of you. I know, Musfussers, you're going, well, our scenery's so much more dynamic and so Google Earth-ish. Yeah, actually it's Bing. But anyway, nice specific 727s. That'll be off, or 727. This 720 throws me off big time, folks. I think of it to be a 727, and lo and behold, it's a 70. So I don't know why they came up with that for ICAO. All right, we're looks clear out there to me. So let's. I don't even know if we have strobes. I'll be totally honest. Beacon. Oh, beacon turned off. Go figure. Wing. And all right, let's get on to runway. O'Hare traffic. Clipper21. Taxiing into position. Runway 27 left. Brakes off. Let me see if we can't do something about this sound. Not You know, someone said the JT8 sounds here are dynamite. Okay, they're a little off, folks. That don't sound like JT8s to me. Believe me, I've heard the ones on the KC135s. They don't sound like this. Ah, okay, so it was okay, that would make sense. Okay. Naming, yeah, the aircraft with the 7-7 would be kind of interesting. Don't work a scope, so I don't know how that would work out. All right, folks, that's all right, we're on the runway. Light 'em up. Would really love that gang bar to be put in, but I don't know if that was something back then or not. All right, I think flaps set, spoilers, galley power. Here we go. O'Hare traffic, Clipper21 departing 27 left. All right, we got a posse rate climb. Up we go with the landing gear. See if I can make this autopilot work. Oh boy. That'll get us back on 270. Even though I've drifted a good distance. I have altitude select. just come around. See how this all works. Oh, we're going down. That's never a good thing. Hello man 66X, thanks for the follow. We thank you for coming aboard. Hope you enjoy this adventure in flying with Mike. I think we're crossing Midway right now. Hello, hello indeed. All right, and as aforementioned, folks, remember, we are strictly VOR to VOR here. So if I'm not getting the signal I need, so what I'm gonna do is kind of aim the plane towards Duffy right here and go from there. Oh, it's the best, yeah, but when you're at 34,000 feet, it's rough. So, and if you want to cross the oceans, no, I do not have SIVA. I don't even own it. I had a lot of problems many years ago with it when I had to shut it down for forget the whole reason. Went through it kind of in the beginning of this, but it never worked from then on, so I just kind of stopped. I could do that. I'm learning a few things here as we go, folks. I need to get some flaps up. All right, so let's get ELX tuned in, and I got that down here on number 2, and that's not showing up. So nav 2 is not showing up on here. I was going to follow the needle. Let's put it in here, 16.6, I believe it is. Climb out at 280. Okay, so let's try it. 16. At least see one needle moving. Not picking it up. This is not good. Okay, we're gonna cut in a little. Cut over about to that heading. Northbrook ought to come in at 113. Let's see. Okay, Northbrook came on. That's good. So we do have something to work off of. All right, so now we'll go. And I think we're getting movement of the needle, so we're picking up. Hopefully, what is ELX? Are you serious? Alright, well, it was serious. Why it logged me off? It does that too many times to me. Oh no, I can VOR lock. I'm gonna get down there on that. I'm just kind of watching a few things at the same time. I need to go up to about. Let's try climbing. ,000 feet a minute, see how she does. Let's go ahead. Oh, don't lock up now. Gosh, dang it. I get tired of this sometimes with POSCON. And I got a feeling it's something to do with our internet and internet, if I should say. Let's go ahead and get on that. Okay, so we're 58 miles out. Let's see how it does. It's not like the 727 where I got to close doors. And I haven't figured that out either yet, folks. It was another one I saw on here where dang it. Okay, we're off. Everything's off up here. Armed. But overall, folks, I gave y'all a link to this aircraft up at X-Plane. It is free, and looks like this. Yes, hello man, I do fly the 727 from FlySim or FlyJ. Don't know, I think I may have a flight set up this week for it, I'm not sure. Kind of, my mind is really scrambled up with all these 48-hour shifts at the firehouse, so. I didn't plan it here, I gotta look on my other. But, I think, oh, this is getting old with POSCON. If it does it one more time, I may just tell her, no more. Because it's getting really to the old. And that's why, folks, those of you that fly POSCON out here, might find me flying less and less of it, because I get tired of that. You're gonna log me out all the time, I ain't staying on. So, and I don't have any new messages. Everything's green, so I am very, there are days when that thing works flawlessly here on POSCON, and then there are days like this where I'm like ready to throw it out of my computer, don't touch me ever again with it, and so forth. But when I got a new plane, it's nice because I don't have to contend with controllers, and especially with this one because I don't have the ability to fly to a specific point they want easily. So until I get that worked out, then I'll probably be back on that soon. Alright, so in reality, folks, the aircraft would not be this loud inside. And that's a comfortable level for me. Alright, so we are on our way. And I got 24 miles, so let's start computing our next course. 092 off of CRL, which is 15.7. Alright, so let's put 15.7 in. Alright, perfect. And we are on which radial again? And I'm going to pull it up here in a second for y'all. 092. So, what's that man behind the curtain doing? Size, oh, there it is. Alright, so let's alright, so we are coming probably from about right here into ELX. Right about here. So when we get to ELX, we'll take the 092 for about 120 miles to here. CRL Carlton. It's in Detroit. And then from there, we'll get on the airway, fly that to Jamestown, then fly down to I think it's Wilkes-Barre, and join the Lindy. And fingers crossed we'll be able to fly it in this plane. Should be able to, but we'll see. But that's the overall plan, folks. So this is what I'm referring to a lot, Sky Vector. So like I said, we should be getting very close. So let's pop back up in here. Am I like at 34,000 right now? Okay, there's 33, so I want to back off this climb. Just about to 30. Tell you, it really gets aggravating, folks, when it does this. Okay, I need to get on heading because we're overhead. And I don't have... Oh, there's my Mach. Okay. So back off just a smidge. But where's my Mach number? Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, folks, I can't dial these in to help me. So I can only go by the pointers on them. All right, so we should be re-intercepting that course here momentarily. And if you ask me to fly ADF, folks, I will get lost. I'll warn you ahead of time. Couldn't do it when I was out there flying little Pipers. Sure won't be able to do it in this thing. And yes, for those getting ready to tell me it's a piece of cake, I was one of those that would do that. Follow the needle instead of figure out the winds and all with it. X-Plane on 12 has launched. Oh, nice. For the mobile, I'll have to go look for that. Okay, we got an hour. And see, folks, this is the easy part. You know, if we're flying to, say Conus here in the United States. Oops. That's what I meant to get rid of. But if you're going to Europe or to Hawaii, those VORs will not take you that far, folks. Then you're going to have to either get on Celestial. And I saw there is something for the DC-6 out there for that. Good luck with that one. I don't know how that'll work. I'd like to find it and give it a try. Or hope for a GPS. So, for now, we're getting this girl a good shakedown. And the pilot himself. Go ahead and set her. Down. And that'll work for me. Alright, let's see if I can't get this any better. So I hope y'all are enjoying. Welcome in, everyone. This is this aircraft here. And I just want to say thank you for being a part of the stream. So, welcome in. And hope you all enjoy. Now for tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to, by the way, au revoir. We will be flying the 727 tomorrow from Juneau up to Fairbanks. I'll get that out on Twitch here soon. Alright, let's bring this back in case I need it. And then at about 10 miles from CRL, I'll switch over, get set up for the next one so we can roll right on it. But thank you again, Hollow Man, for being a part. Oh, you kidding me? OBS just disconnected. Did it disconnect? What in the heck is going on here? Okay, for those on the YouTube, we will keep this rolling with YouTube. Just so you're aware, we are, for those on the stream feed, we are having really bad internet problems out here or something. Constantly logging in. Uh-oh. I don't think POSCON's gonna. Alright, looks like our internet is really toast today. Yeah, because it keeps disconnecting. Yep, our internet is toast, but we will get this up, folks. We're off POSCON right now, so I don't know. But we'll keep the stream going at least on YouTube, and we'll have it up there for you. If for some reason Twitch comes back, shows me offline. Great. Now this part I don't know. So, all right, well, welcome back, folks. I see Twitch has decided to come back. I don't know if this is a Twitch, my internet, or what. We'll call it a Twitch or twitching. Not to be mistaken with twerking. But we'll do our best here, folks. I don't know what's going on, but we are recording for YouTube, so we'll put this up on YouTube and hope for the best. Because I don't know if it's an internet issue on our end or Twitch. I'm gonna blame it on Twitch. So, all of that said, I am just going to keep going, folks, as if life is well. And hope y'all enjoy this and hope for the best out of it. But I am guessing we're having issues with Twitch. Alright, I had this once before, and it actually was Twitch that was the culprit, so... Alright, let me do a little switch here on guitars so we can start seeing what's ahead. This. Okay. Well, it's going to be like that. All right. Gotta love it. No, you don't. It is what it is. All right, folks. So onward and upward 33 miles from CRL. We're just going to continue on like there isn't a problem out there. And we'll just upload the video later today for you all to see. Again, to my Twitch users, my apologies. I don't know if Twitch is twitching or what. So. All right. All right, we're getting very close to the other side of the MIT, otherwise known as Michigan. So start getting mindful of our next VOR to pick up. See if it's in range or not. That might be why this thing keeps popping screens on me left and right. 14.7. Alright, so what we'll be doing, and I'm going to do it the best I can, and come off of CRL on this heading. At about 10 miles, I'm going to switch into heading mode, set up my outbound, which is 094. Not a big course correction here, and then head out to CRL. Now, when we get to CRL, there will be a pretty significant course change there. So, Alrighty, give you a nice look at her right before we make this turn. Jet Clipper, does that say Carib? Carib. Short for Caribbean? I don't know. There you go, folks. Get a nice look at it. I'm going to get a screenshot while I'm at it. And let's get back up in it. 10 miles. So, here we go. Heading. Okay. We are tracking it now. Okay, get that in here. Well, let's get outbound on it. Actually, and you can see we're maintaining 0.8. I do have the radar turned on. Folks, do not expect to see anything in it. I think it's just there for show. Active Sky users would be able to see something probably, or not. Alright, so we should have cleared Carlton by now. I have a feeling we're gonna have more Twitch problems. Alright, so there we go, folks. To get back to what I was trying to do. Tracking it perfectly. We're going to just intercept it a little bit and get on that 9-4 heading that we're supposed to be on. Course, I should say. And for now, folks, that's how you fly this thing. I'm just going to go ahead and tell it. Up we go. It's going to turn a little more to get on that 94, which will actually be south of my line, but will be good enough. Yeah, it's just getting onto the VOR. Boy, is it getting... Am I reading that right? 094. Oh, no, I didn't read it right. 089. Okay, we're taking over. We're way out there now. Okay, hang on, we'll fix this in a heartbeat, come back, flip back. I wish we did have the capability for multiple navs here, but we don't. Let's go to 50, get ourselves back up here on course. So 094 all the way. Bear with me here, folks, as I get us back up here on course. You can see we got way off. I think it's not tracking the right one. Okay, now let's roll on. Still not really truly on. We should be 089er. One thing I did want to keep an eyeball on is fuel. Something's getting ready to lock up. Yep, here we go again, folks. So, can't tell if we're still going on Twitch or not, but like I said, folks, no worries, we are going to stream this on, or not, we're offline. Oh. Yeah, we're showing offline. So hopefully we're still recording, so, yeah, gotta love Twitch. Here comes the reconnection is successful. Here comes again. Folks, for those that view this on Twitch, I do apologize for all the potential emails that may be going out telling you we're flying, we're flying, we're flying. And it's as annoying to me as it is to you that it keeps cutting out like it just did again. So, another bad day with Twitch. POSCON is just as much having troubles. It's not even reconnected. All right, there it goes. All right, folks. Well, thankfully we are recording this, and hopefully. So I'm just going to pull some things out of here. And we'll just keep trucking on, folks, as they say. All right, so now let's try. Let's get my heading. Okay, we're right where I want that. Oh, I am on heading. So let's. Oh, that's never good. Oh, wait, let's see. It's bouncing back. All right, so fun day here on Twitch, folks, and we've still got 45 minutes to go. As best I know, folks, if you watch this on Twitch, if you later today, I will try to rush this into production. I try to give it a couple days leeway, and that way you'll be able to catch all that was, it'll be solid. Let's say that. Hopefully. But yeah, I do not know what's going on here, folks. I know we had bad storms a couple days or yesterday. Actually, it really wasn't all that bad. And, but I did see a lightning strike somewhere here in Muscuda, where I live, so I'm sure that may have something to do with it as they're trying to fix it. So maybe it is on our internet, but again, my apologies. All right, let's still wants a 089. All right, I am just trying to set up here. With the 90 miles we have, we'll get in and do a brief here real quick. Let me go ahead and bring this up. All right, so we're going to fly the Lindy 7. Now, let me go ahead and kill this for the second. Oh, let me get on. Oops. I don't get this, folks. Okay, we're on course now. 91 miles. All right. Okay, so real quick while we've got a chance here, METAR KJFK. All right, so now we're 170 at 10. Of course, why not? Why not make it so much fun? Okay. Going to FlightAware. Give it a second here, let it tell me what we're doing here. See, the thing is, it's going to rely on what in the heck is going on at LaGuardia, because it's only 10 miles away, as well as Newark. So it looks like, okay, so we are landing 2-2. All right. That's all I needed to know, folks. So we're landing runway 22. Got 70 miles to work with here. All right. So go here. Let's go ahead, double checking. Plan 22 right. Now, where we're flying over, by the way, if you look outside the box there, folks, supposedly some pretty intense thunderstorms. So hopefully that now doesn't cause troubles too. All right, so the Wilkes-Barre, we're going to fly Wilkes-Barre to Hardy, be at 21,000 feet, to Stillwater. Then we'll fly off 109 to Lindy at 19,250. From Lindy, direct LaGuardia, and then we work our way around to come in. Usually I think it's Lindy, and they begin to work them around to come in from the east. At least that's how I was seeing it on FlightAware. All right, so like I said, we're now going to 22 right. Select that one. All right, so you get an idea. See how they're coming down, up, around, and then onto the approach. The whole deal is LaGuardia, folks. LaGuardia, by the way, right there. See how close they are? So they're going to work off each other, just like Reagan and Dulles and Andrews. All three of those work. If one's landing north, they're all landing north. If they're one's land, because you don't want to turn them into the path. More so Dulles and DCA, but you never know with Andrews. So we're going to, I don't know how we're going to do this, folks. I really don't know how I want to do it, because I can't fly this. This is an RNAV approach. Okay, trying to think the best way, because we're not, half of this we're not going to do. What I'm going to do is off Lindy, I'm going to plan it being 10,000, if not lower. Let me see something here. Let's go back to Lindy. 14 miles. Wow, we're going to have to think this one through, folks, because we do not have capability to go to those fixes. So I am trying in my feeble mind to go from 19,000 to probably 2,000 in about 24 miles, and that ain't going to happen. Suggestions out there, folks. Would love to hear them. I mean, I could go Lindy to JFK, go out on JFK and do a procedure turn. Let's take a look at that weather one more time. Interesting dilemma that has come up. Okay, well, view at 16, scattered 5,000, so what I think we'll do, we'll go direct to LaGuardia. All the while, we'll descend from Lindy. We'll try to be there at 19,000. We can do that. We can do the direct LaGuardia, direct JFK, and then kind of head out and kind of work our way back around. I think we'll just do that. Mind you, not precision RNAV stuff like the chart, which is not supposed to be that precise, but I know that's how you do it. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. So we'll go out about 10 miles and we'll just try and fly the approach, folks. So this ought to be fun. Call your friends. You're about to see some fun with flying with Mike. And the good thing is we have flight following so far. So long as we keep that up, we should be okay. Let's see what we can do. What's the worst that can happen? Exactly nothing. All right, so let's push this back to a decent view for you all. And we are now a mere 27 miles off. I'm going to turn us in just a tad. At about 10, I'm going to put it back in heading mode. And what I'm going to do is set up for the outbound of JHW. 115, okay. All right, we'll go ahead and set that right now. I'm going to double check with 115, okay. Going to knock it a couple more degrees, even though it's going to begin to get very unreliable here in the next, 5-10 miles. Reason being, again, folks, line of sight. Well, line of sight right now is almost straight down. How high up are we? 34, almost, well, we're well over 6 miles above it. So it knows where we are. We can track through it, but we've got to wait for a lot of things here to try to end up on that line coming out. That's what those pilots got paid big bucks to do back then and today. And by the way, to the Allegiant pilot that came into Mid-America yesterday in that storm, good job doing that pilot stuff you learned. Okay, I'm going to just kind of ease on back. come in as best we can. All right, so now we're at 10 miles, 115. And again, I'll give it another 10 miles after to make sure we're on the correct course. And real world pilots, if I'm doing this wrong, by all means tell me, because then that'll tell me why I always got lost when I flew VFR cross countries in the little plane that I did back in my private pilot days. Okay. Of course, I'm not taking into account winds or anything like that, folks. But look on the bright side, at least we're not lost. We're somewhere in the United States. Don't have to make that left turn in Albuquerque like Bugs Bunny always does. All right, so we should be overhead. Okay. And we are now looking for 1116. That is Wilkes-Barre. So that'll be 1116. Looking for the big needle here to come alive. It's a 164-mile run, folks. Okay, let's go a couple clicks this way. Don't want to get too outrageous or we're going to start chasing the needle. That's why I do it kind of easy. Don't jump into that 40-degree turn to intercept. And again, I don't know the wind, so for all I know, we're getting the crap, pushed out of us. All right, so we're going to go lock VOR now. And then track this outbound till we start picking up our VOR ahead of us, and it looks like it's dead ahead. So, got a little ways to go. Now, the nice thing about VOR to VOR, it compensates for winds once you lock on it, once you push lock. Pilot-wise, it still takes care of it, but you gotta stay just like this. Otherwise, you start what they call chase the needle. And that's what I did with the ADF, because the ADF constantly points to where the station is. So if you keep the pointer straight ahead, the winds could actually push you to where you come in at a 90 on it. Oh, in the worst case. So you're actually going a long way to get there. If you know the winds, then you know how to compensate to keep it so and be on the right course. I never could do that. I always got hosed up on that. And the VOR, I seemed to chase it more than I did because I would keep fiddling with it to keep it on my course, and I didn't realize keep myself on it. me just look. Here's good. Looks here's good. Nice thing is the bad weather is behind us, folks. So we'll deal with what we have to deal with into JFK. Overall opinion of this airplane, folks, I love it. I think it's a good airplane. Yes, we have a couple quirks to contend with, besides the loose nut behind the wheel. But overall, it's a good airplane. And it's free, folks. Free. That's right, I said free. It's like flying. I'm not going to rate it up with Zebo, and I'm not going to rate it up with the, what's the other? Oh, the Sparky 747 that I have. And the C90. That aircraft is phenomenal. But for a free aircraft, folks, especially vintage, it's outstanding. And right now I can see Twitch problems coming again. So again, my apologies to you all at Twitch. We keep disconnecting and connecting, so I don't know if that's a Twitch issue or not, which is causing everything else. I don't know if it's on my end and my internet provider is just being a booger today. I don't know. But I seem to be able to connect right back up to POSCON when it disconnects. And by the way, folks, if this disconnects when I land, I ain't gonna worry about it. So hopefully the YouTube video that'll go up will be in good shape. All right, so we're offline on Twitch, so hopefully it'll reconnect here. So anyway, we'll continue on though, folks, with the video, and hopefully things will get a lot better. I don't think they will. And my wife, who chose to work in St. Louis today at her office there, chose wisely. Alright, so I just got the notice here that we're reconnected to Twitch. I don't know, folks. So, anyway, we're, keep going. And, hope you all enjoy. And again, my apologies for all possible emails that have been going out and back and forth with this going up and down like it has. Positive note, I'm 28 minutes out of JFK, but that's also 28 minutes of multiple emails coming to you. That also kind of irks me when it does that. So let's see how we're doing here. Not so good, it looks like. Why are we not picking up Wilkes-Barre? 1116 111 decimal 6. We're still 59 miles. So at Hoxie, I hope we're starting to pick this up. Otherwise, this gets to be really fun, folks. Again, 111.6. All right, well, we shall see. And I do know something I have been remiss in. Hang on. Okay. So again, my hope is that we'll be able to post this tonight on YouTube, have it available to you by hopefully tomorrow morning. We'll plan for, let's see, Wednesday, so that way y'all can see what you missed, enjoy the aircraft. Since I haven't done this in a while, let's do it. That big old blue meatball. Very iconic airline, folks. This would become the 707-300. Little bigger, little more efficient engine. Not much. It's pretty much the same engine. But there you have it, folks. The iconic Pan Am. And one of the iconic planes of it. The 707. The other big iconic one is the 747. Alright, we are now 80 miles. Still have not tuned it in. What is going? Uh-oh. Here we go again. So again, it is really getting annoying. But nothing we can do, folks, other than just keep going and deal with the stuttering. POSCON's next. Don't worry, it's coming. There it is. And I see OBS is already reconnected. And POSCON has reconnected as well. So there we go. All right, so let's go to heading mode. Six. Going again. Here we go again. Really frustrating when you're trying to set this thing up. Okay, let's get on the nav. Really frustrating, folks. I don't know if this is, like I said, if this is programs not playing well together with each other, internet issues on my end, twitching, who knows. But again, my apologies for all the emails that may have gone out. I think we've disconnected a good dozen times, and I am thoroughly reached my peeved point with it. So thankfully we are recording, so hopefully the only thing is a nuisance is the stuttering that'll happen because of the disconnects from POSCON and OBS. So hopefully things will calm itself down here for landing. All right, so speaking of landing, let's get myself thinking here. We need to be down to 21,000. 17, let's see, 21 from 34. So I think we need about 18 miles. All right. Fuel is looking good. $56 miles. All right. Then after that, it'll be 109.6. So use that to help us. All right, that'll, okay, ultimately take care of that. All right, folks, so here we go. And again, Twitch users, Twitch viewers, however you'd like yourselves called, my apologies for all the emails going out. It has been a nightmare of a stream, up and down, left and right, upside down, right side up, trying to keep the internet going here. Again, we did have some thunderstorms in the area yesterday. Maybe my internet provider is working and hosing it up for everyone. Maybe it's Twitch twitching, but it's getting old. So hopefully in the next 18 minutes you won't have to deal with it anymore. But thank you for braving it like I have. And even I still cannot spell. But I do want to say, and big shout out to HalloMad66X and some dude 69 intern 12343. Thanks for following today. It's really enjoyed your chat that you had in the chat box there. Hope you all come back for another stream. Hopefully the internet will be back like it's supposed to be and not up and down like it was. So, or Twitch or whatever. So again, we are on, as it says at the very top. You know, I ought to probably bring that over here, POSCON, when I am doing POSCON. Mainly, this is one good reason why I'd be up and down on that sim, left and right. But with a new plane, with new ways of flying that I'm having to do here, I don't want to upset. Let's use I was going to say a different word. Yes. How about peeve? Close to the word I was going to use. Upset controllers because of being up and down. And then when they say go direct, like it says here, hang on, I'll show you. I'm going to keep charts off because that looks ridiculous when it goes off. When they say direct symbol, I can go, not a chance in heck. I mean, I can't. I don't have any way to go direct, folks. I can't even plug this approach in because I don't have a GPS or an FMC. So, or I don't have, and even if SIVA was here, I wouldn't be able to plug it in. I have to fly to points, or once we can't do KORDs, we have to fly VOR to VOR, ADF, VOR, stuff like that. So, yeah, it'd be a fun time with them. Although they just vector me, I don't want to be that guy. So, there it went again. All right. We're just loving POSCON, do not want to stay online. Did I miss the memo that said they were doing maintenance? Well, they've been affecting everything if they are, so not just POSCON, but everything. So I'm pretty sure we can rule that one out, folks. Okay, so we stand 24 miles away from the Lindy 7. Starts here at Wilkes-Barre. We're going to start our descent there to 21,000. That'll be... Actually, we're going to start it about now. So, hang on. It said 21. All right, now, very, very rudimentary here, folks. First off, we don't have this, okay? In the real world, the 707 did not have auto throttle nor auto brake. We're going to go ahead and run with it. Just because. Now, we're going to begin our descent, and I need to be okay. I need to also think about getting on. Do I have still? Oh, I do. All right, so we can intercept. No, we cannot. We got to come off 124. Okay. Am I still on nav? I need to come over to heading. Okay, so we're coming down. We're going to stay at 280. That looks like a good descent rate right there, folks, to 21,000. And let's see if we're on the map yet. Okay. All right, so let's look at our minima real quick while we got the second. Okay, 263, 250. So I'm going to put it right about there. And everything else, okay. Back to Lindy. All right, we're going to go ahead and start turning 124. Now we're going to follow this out to Geno, and then we're going to grab the 125 off the other. Okay. At Hardy, we're only 11 miles from Stillwater and descending. The next big thing we'll have after that is Lindy at 19,250. So, crossing the VOR. Looks like we're pretty on track here. A couple degrees off will get us for sure on track. Now, I may hand fly this part. By hand fly, I'm dialing on the dials, folks, okay? For those of you who get critical with me. Dang it, I hate when it does that. Something tells me it's getting ready to drop on us again. Okay, there's 9 miles. Geno will be... I can't tell. It's right on top of it. I'm going to go ahead and give it one more notch down. Alright, so we got 17. Then we're going to want to switch to 125. How about we do this? Six. 2.5. Right. Intercept. Okay, so it's intercepting that for 12 miles down to 21, and then 11 into Stillwater. STW up there. Oh crap. Ugh. Really getting annoying here. Tried using POSCON for this, and it is being a pain in the rump too, so. Alright, so 17. Get this right on, because we're going to take it and turn to 109 here in a minute. And we're going to go ahead and intercept Oh, I can't intercept that. Dang it. That's going to be 109 off Stillwater. Okay. We're going to be close to flight level 210. Very close. Okay, and then we'll hold there. We'll start down to 19 off Stillwater. Okay. Made it to 23. That's not bad. Definitely by Stillwater we'll be at 21. All right, so we're going to come on to heading. Okay, and then I want 109. And then the garbage can, 113.1. So we know when we cross Lindy. That could pick up. It is. Oh, I hate this. It's doing it again, isn't it? Yep. Okay, and I'm about ready to begin the turn to 109. We're leveled to 20. We're getting there. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, guess what? I forgot to hit it. Ease up, ease up. Okay. Let's turn in just a little so we can pick it up. A little bit. Then we'll go outbound and we'll start our descent 2,000 down to 19. Okay, down to 19. Gotta do this gingerly. It doesn't stop, folks. That's the thing. Oh, there's the other one. I knew there was another barometer here. Okay, now we overshot. All right. First thing we're going to do, go to 250, then we're going to start down again, gingerly. We only got 1,000 feet to drop, folks. Okay, we are set, and LaGuardia needs to be an inbound course 135, so about there. All right, coming into 19,000. One notch off to 500. Leveling off. All right, folks, and again, you're gonna hear the broken record out of me. My apologies for the up and down of the stream, the up and down numerous emails that have come out today. Try to watch for this today or tomorrow to come out on YouTube. That's my goal, Wednesday at the latest, and you'll be able to watch this in its entirety. But overall, again, folks, since I've got yourselves here for a second, here you go for the link. That's how you get a hold of this plane. And I gotta really be on my game. So I'm kind of doing a lot of things here at once. Go to heading mode, and I should still be in it. Yes. So put the garbage can over here. And we're gonna be intercepting 135. Okay, and at that point we start our descent again. Okay, let's go ahead, go into nav lock. Let's drop down to 5,000. Actually, let's go down to 9. All right, going down. See what that sets us up. Okay, down we go. Okay. Guitar says 3001. All right, here we go, folks. Give you a nice view of it coming into the New York City area. Okay, so now, about to come off that. Shows you just how fast we're over LaGuardia right now, folks. There's JFK in the distance, I think. Kind of looks like it. Okay. All right. Got all those on, just making sure we can close that up. All right, now I'm going to switch the chart. We're pretty much dead on for JFK. I'm going to go just slightly south of it. And I'm going to keep JFK on here, and now I'm going to bring on the ILS chart. We need 109.5. Okay. Heading on this is 221. All right, so once we swing around here, folks, we'll be able to come in. But we got to first get over JFK. Get the needle to pop backwards on us. And then we're going to begin that turn. That'll take us to 049 on a nice long downwind, and then we'll cut it in. And try and do some of that good piloting stuff. Let's go south here for a little. All right, we are 12,000 feet. Go ahead and drop us to 240. Actually, about 235. Reason being that way, I'm not over speeding in the airspace below 10,000. Goal is to 3,000, so we'll go ahead and keep it coming. And sorry for coughing in your ear there like that. Okay, now we'll turn. How we doing? Coming up on 10,000. So why don't we just go... Okay. Let's get our lights on since we're below 10 now. Now I am gonna kind of make it do it. Alright, so now we're not on here. What I am gonna do, there. Alright, we are getting nice and slow here, folks. One thing we did learn on that in the pattern one time around flight, I came in at around 160. I probably need to be about 140, pretty much like flying a 737. So kind of learned that on that. We are now 6,000. We'll continue our descent. I don't want full spoilers. Okay, I'm really getting annoyed. This is how I'd have to fly it if I was on VATSIM. Curious if we're back on the map. Yep, okay. So it's flying it like this, folks. Alright, so we're working our way down. If I get lucky, can start easing up the descent rate at about 4,000, which is where I think I'm about to hit. Yep. I am going to pull it back a little. Okay, we need to be on a heading of 0. Okay. Shoot, I went the wrong way. think that's Republic Field. Oh, Farmingdale. Republic Field, yeah. Okay, we're at 220. Let's go ahead and make our 314. All right, folks. Make sure we got all our freaks right. 1095, 1095, 221, 159. And what the heck is our freak here? 119.0. Oh, 100. JFK traffic, Clipper21, about to intercept the ILS for 22 right. Give it a second. It'll flip to our way. Let's see if we've got the airport out there yet. No, no. All right, we're about to cross Leifer, folks. Go ahead and get our first notch of flaps in. Here we go. Turning 269er. All right, we are good. Slowing up. 160 now, or let's go to 180. All right, folks, so we are set, and notch 2. All right, we should be almost on the localizer. All right, folks, again, thank you for putting up with all the funities of Twitch, internet, whatever the heck it is. Here's the airplane link. And thank you again from me. So for those who have braved it out, please, on your way out, hit that follow button. We're going to keep at it, folks, like we normally do. We'll do a good landing report review once we actually do that. Quick look at fuel while we got a second. It's good. Okay, localizer is alive. Let's make sure we turn. And I'm going to slow us now to 160. Okay, we are now 10 miles out, gears going down. Okay, lights on. Brakes 3. Flaps 30. JFK traffic, Clipper21 type 707, fully established, 22 right. Pop it out. Hopefully we'll see the remote and back in. Supposed to be where we don't auto land, but let's be safe here, folks. Again. Changed, right? 2343 should be popping out. Got a runway in sight. Keep 140 right now, folks. Glide slope on. Go ahead and shut that off. Alright, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the 707 one last time before we see it a few times on the replays. I think 40 looks good. Look at that, we're parallel with something on live traffic. I am going to go ahead and go 50. Let's see what that looks like. Look at them big barn doors behind it. Okay, there we go. 140 all the way in now. You know what? Yeah, you heard me say it. You know what? You know what means. Autopilot is mine. Hey, somebody just cut in front of us. Take the shot, Ice. Oh, don't be doing this now. Oh, you are gonna do this. Hang on, folks. It did this once before to me. Hang on. Why does it do this? I can't believe it did this to me. Gosh dang it. What the heck is causing this? Okay, hang on, folks. I'm checking all my connections. This is unreal. It's did this with the C-130 as well, folks. All right.
Sync rate, sync rate,
Really
sync rate,
don't
sync
know
rate,
what's
sync
causing
rate.
that, folks, but it did that on the C130.
500. 400. 300.
Lights minimums. Lights low. Lights low.
200.
Lights low. Lights low. Lights low. Lights low. Lights low.
100.
Lights low.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Well, Spaceman, I do apologize if that causes trouble for you with the pausing there. Otherwise, we would have had to buy a new 707. Yeah, it was a little floaty. A lot of things on this stream. Well, as long as I, can get this thing through your ACARS system, I didn't even think to look there. I may have to manual. Least of my worries. Plane is actually taxiing in, and we're cleaning up. Got to make ourselves proper for the entrance into the terminal. Which they don't have anymore here. That stinks. Oh well. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Galley power can come off. And taxis are on. I do not know what caused that camera problem we had, folks. If it's my actual hat switch going out or what. It just weird. So really don't know. What we're going to do is head to that building right up here in the foreground. That's where we'll go. The world port that Pan Am had, that was all right in here, folks. And it is, like I said, demolished back, I think, the most authoritative news source that we all should read, Wiki. I don't have a 737-200. So I can't really do that for you, Spaceman. I could do an 800. Hang on a second. I just lost it again. Twitch just twitched again. Something tells me POSCON is causing a lot of this crap. So again, I know Spaceman, you're having to reconnect too because I lost connection to OBS. I don't have a 737-200, so I have to settle for the 27, which won't make it by any stretch of the imagination. Shocked a 737-200 could make it. Mind you, I'd have to hop probably to Greenland, then to Ireland, and then in. All right, coming up to the gate, folks. After a very aggravating Twitch session slash POSCON session slash whoever the heck is causing all my troubles here. Oh well. All right, let's turn in. Well, I see OBS finally caught up to us. So let's see if that, oh, he did, he turned. I was going to say, let's see if that baggage cart tug is going to slow down for us. Oh, there's one parked in the middle of the spot. That's real smart. AI traffic was never thought to be smart, especially when they don't have drivers in the seats. All right, let's just put this thing to bed, shall we? And last time, well, hopefully the last time, well, it will be, because if it goes off this time, I ain't worried about it, because we're about to disconnect from POSCON, disconnect the launcher, disconnect everything, and do our rewinds. That's a good spot. Right there. Parking brake on. So hopefully we haven't lost connection with the ACARS program. We're about to find out. Kinda looks like we might have. Well, we'll see. Alright, so we're into blocks. We're going to shut everything down but number 3. So what that means, let's see if I can find a good view here. Nope, still not good. Dang it. That's what we're going to have to do. Alright, so we're in. First off, taxi lights off. And pitot heat off. Go ahead and turn the window heat off. Look over here real quick. Galley power's already off. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to shut 1, 2, 4 down. Just like we started, except we started 3, 4, 1, 2. Keep numbers, I'm sorry, yeah, 3, 4, 1, 2 is how we started. We're going to keep number 3 running here. And we don't have an unsafe gear. Okay, everything looks good. Go ahead and pop the gens just to be safe. Alright, so now let's get that GPU on. And connect the air. Zooming in, air is connected, GPU's now on. And I'm on external. And now we can kill number 3. All right, folks. Not the funnest of flights out there, but it was what it was. According to Volanta, which was able to record most of it, 219 feet a minute at 105 knots. That was pretty slow. Okay. All right, so we'll just leave the aircraft in this configuration right now and close that. Close that. Fingers crossed as we end flight and file. All right, let us go here and log back in. See if it recorded over there with Spaceman. It does not appear to be up here yet. Let's make sure. All right, looks like it got caught in the edit. So let me alert him. All right, got that taken care of, folks. And now it's time to say goodbye to POSCON and all of that headache. All right, we are not bringing the jetway in, and we are going to do a couple of things here. Okay, Sim Toolkit recorded. That's cool. 178 feet a minute. Did I not put this plane in here? Dang it. Take care of that later, too. All right, so landing reports. Let's bring this up for y'all. And again, I want to sincerely apologize for all of the emails that this stream was going up and down and up. It's one of those days. I don't know if it's something to do with my cable company and getting the internet going, because it looked like from my vantage point yesterday at the airport, a pretty good strike happened in the area. Wife didn't tell me any power went out, but that doesn't mean there isn't something going on with the internet here or with cable or whatever. Or it was POSCON messing things up, or Twitch twitching and YouTube tubing. So who knows? But it's been a horrible stream on that part. Fun in the fact got to fly a 707, folks. To the point, hey, that's pretty close to where we landed. He's going the wrong way. No. If he's at that point, he's in trouble. All right. Anyway, folks. So here's where Sim Toolkit, a free utility, folks, free. There's words you don't hear in the flight sim world much. free, I get to say it a lot, um, gets to help you in why am I landing so rough? Why am I never on the center line? Why? Here's some cheese to go with all the whining. Um, get that little Linda thing going with all her uh, smart remarks. So, this thing is the landing report. You can see there's a whole bunch of tools here, streaming tools here. So it's for both sides of the house, folks. Those that want to stream, those that just want to fly. You got it. It works for both and it's free. It's much like Volanta, but more in depth. I'll put it that way. Volanta's a really good tool. This just more visual for you. So that being said, here is our runway, 22 right. That's where we were scheduled. Hey, we actually landed on the right runway. Now, where that blue dot is, that's called the threshold. For those of you not fully aviation savvy or thought you were and didn't know, um, or thought you know and you were wrong. No. um, the blue dot is the threshold is basically where the actual runway itself starts. Now, here's some caveats. It's like the English language, folks. We have rules that outdo rules that are on top of rules to countermand a rule. It's welcome to the English language. Welcome to America, folks. This part back here is called a displaced threshold. Okay, and it goes all the way back here. Usable for takeoff, not usable for landing. So the big heavies can roll down here, take one of these slots and go. Same way if they came out that way. They've got a longer runway that way, usable runway. Let me pull up that information. I'll give it to you. 22. Okay, overall runway length. I think this is the longest. Nope, not the longest runway there, but it's right there in the top two, folks. 3-1 left, 1-3 right's the other one that's 2,000 feet longer. So, and reason they are is because when they go to Asia, they need all that runway, folks. They're very heavy planes leaving. Now, let's turn back to some toolkit that you see. Up here, you see I landed 928 feet from the threshold. So back down here. So according to this, which actually looks like I nailed it almost, I actually was back in here somewhere. And that's just because that's Google or Leaflet or Bing or whatever. That's the only, mine is different than theirs. And I almost, to be totally honest to you folks, I was very close to coming in where I wasn't supposed to. It's the sim world. I wouldn't have hurt anyone. Now, the other thing it's telling you here, I was right of the center line by about 13, 14 feet. So again, once you get the nose up, folks, it's hard to see. So, I'm going to say great landing just on that part. Then we drop down to the details and then the details of the touchdown. Should have been on a heading of 223. I was on 220. Pitch was about 8. Speed 105. I think I was really slow. So the fact that I only got 178 in the feet per minute is shocking and glad. Also, 3 landings will get to count as I land here in a minute when we watch it. And there's what the G's whoopee-doo on the G's, folks. I mean, really, I'm sorry, that passenger back there did not gain 0.63 in his weight for that landing. Sorry, didn't happen. But hey, whatever. That's how I look at it. All right, so there you go. So again, a lot of great tools over here, folks. And I'll be back to that later to get that added. All right. Um, got that approved, so I can get rid of that. All right. Now, I am going to make Musfussers cry because they can't do this easily. Just making sure we're logged out of POSCON so I can go dink and dink and dink. And now we're going to do what they can't do without an add-on program and starting it and stopping it prior to the approach. And I see chat is not connected. There it goes. Ah, gotta love it. I don't know if it's Twitch or what. All right, let me get over here to OBS and be gone. So, Musfussers, what you can't do in program, we can in X-Plane, and hopefully in a couple of days when we find out what X-Plane 12 has hiding in it, that didn't leave. Because this, folks, is probably the best tool right here for new pilots to X-Plane, to any sim, to learn what am I doing wrong. Because you can go back and look and replay and replay and replay until you're sick to death of it. Musfussers can't. They have to, like I said, download a program, turn the program on, and then it's limited in what they can do once they're done with their flight. All right, so here we go. Now, in X-Plane for the Iowa Scotsman, welcome aboard. You've missed all the fun, but you probably got all the emails saying, what is going on? He keeps going up and down. But welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Just having fun with the Musfussers. So now, it doesn't matter, folks, in X-Plane where you're at. You can go all the way back to when we started the sim to just a few minutes like we will. The other big thing, it will disconnect you from VATSIM, POSCON. I can't speak for the others because I don't use them. So I just try my hardest to remember to do that. It's just because those networks don't like you. Actually, what I think POSCON does, it just ghosts you. So, which means you're still online. But it's, anyway, I just disconnect because it's rude to a controller if you happen to be in controlled space to go back and forth, back and forth. So, but yeah, Musfussers, you can't do this out of the box. You have to get stuff. But let's go. Now, the fun thing here, folks, this ought to be fun because I had to, before we watch, those of you rejoining that may have missed the landing, we had to pause a couple times. The cameras went berserk, and I don't know why again. By cameras, I mean how I'm looking out of the airplane. Pretty sure it's going to show up here, so I just want to give you a heads up. No idea what the heck's causing it. It did it on the 130 takeoff out of Little Rock to where I just canceled the flight. I'm not canceling a flight. Mile final. So bear with it there. Now, yeah, okay. Even X-planers have to do this. I have music. You got to go find some good music and play it. So here we go. So be ready for some pausing here soon. Pretty much when I came off autopilot, things went kind of berserk. Let's see how it records. Here's where I'm doing it, okay. All right, I don't see the pause. This is ticking me out. Oh yeah, here we go, folks, yeah. Where I'm having troubles. There we go. It's at this point I think I'm about to land here. So let's watch it on. I just thought I saw something kind of weird. That's all, folks. Hang on, we'll go back. Take a look from a different angle. Well, that's funny. It did not show up. The only bad thing is it's from the end of the runway, so we get to chase it. Okay, so back it up. And now we'll watch it come in. You can see what I was talking about, how it looked like I was about to land in there, and I kind of punched it a little bit to get it over the hump. And over Hawker 125. I didn't think he wanted a wheel in him, in his truck. That actually was not a bad approach. All right, folks. Well, we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it something today. I don't know what. This has been a really rough stream. Hang on a second. So let's get back with the plane. Take a look at it one more time coming in from the tower. So, folks, it's been a pleasure flying for you. Been a rough stream, like I said, but who knows? Tomorrow we'll be back at it. Tomorrow's flight is from Juneau to Fairbanks, Alaska, in the 727 for Western Airlines. So, folks, again, thank you for flying with Mike. Thank you for all your support. Thank you, HalloMan66X, Some Dude 69 Intern 12343 for following along. Also, Iowa Scotsman, thanks for stopping by, along with Spaceman, Hawker, and others. So, folks, have a great day. We're not going to look for anyone. We've had troubles with a lot of troubles, so we're just going to call it what it was. A great flight, fun time, a great time in the 727. Those or 707. Those interested in it, here it is, folks. There's the link. Enjoy. God bless you all. Have a great day. Have a great day. And again, God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.